one. That's probably my favorite in the whole show because I was a Barbie girl.
Yeah.
But look at this. We're moving on to our solid gold, and gold never goes out of style, let me tell you. This is the 2019 MS70 ANACS first day of issue, limited edition, 276. That's it. $5 gold eagle coins. And this is the only planned airing. But we've already sold some, right?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I mean, it's already dwindling down.
Well, we have a couple of things. Gold's gone up pretty significantly since we bought this. So gold's up, what, 20, 30 bucks an ounce, something like that. Our price hasn't gone up at all, because when I lock it in, I give you the price. Here's the amazing part. So ANACS first day of issue, I talk about that a lot, is exclusive to us here at HSN. So this is the only place that you can get this coin, first day of issue, is right here. So every single one of these gold coins is the lowest price. Now here's a guaranteed lowest price because it's the only place you can get it. Look at the limited editions on these. 276. I only aired this one other day and we are half sold through the entire quantity. Now, as Debbie mentioned earlier, remember these are not layered or plated or vermeil. These are solid gold United States coins. There you go, I have 160 of them left is all it is. So well over 100 have already been spoken for. Well over 100 already been spoken for. So what we've got is the brand new 2019 American Silver or Gold Eagle. I always say Silver Eagle because I'm so used to Silver Eagle, but the Gold Eagle that I've got right here, only 160 remain. It is the lowest and most affordably priced American gold coin that I will offer in the entire year. In the entire year. It is, like I said, 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. Only 276 in the limited edition. Now, the American Gold Eagle was first made in 1986. First made in 1986 and has been made every year subsequently since then. It is the most popularly collected gold coin in the world today. I believe that to be the case. It's even way more popular than the Krugerrand or any of the other gold coins that are out there. You're gonna have like the English sovereigns, you have South African Krugerrands, which dominated the market for years and years until the American Gold Eagle came out. You may recognize the original design on this. The original design on this was, it was designed and sculpted by Augustus St. Gaudens, and it first appeared on the St. Gaudens $20 gold coin in 1907. It was so beautiful that when President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law, in 1986, they reprised the design, and it has graced the American Gold Eagle every year since they started this in 1986. And so you have the 2019 Mint State 70, absolutely perfect, 276. Now,
and featuring Lady Liberty.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Yes. Then on the reverse of that,
the design is exquisite.
The reverse design was a brand new design that was done by a U.S. Mint designer, Ms. Miley Busick. Did that, this family of eagles that you can see on the reverse of that. So you have a very old and iconic obverse to the coin, and then a new and updated eagle family, if you will, on the reverse of the coin. And as with the proof coin, as I was talking about earlier, I believe the gold coins are going to follow suit this year. I think the gold coins are going to be exceptionally rare this year as well, is what has happened. I just believe that to be the case. That has been the trajectory on these over the last several years. And if that's the case, I mean, like 2017, we had the rarest $50 burnished gold eagle, and that was a gold eagle that I sold originally here for like $2,200, and I think we ended up, the last batch we sold was $5,500 or $6,000.
That's impressive.
And that's sold out.
Wow.
And so rarity really, really, really matters in gold. And with only 276, that's incredibly desirable.
Yes, not very many to go around.